One of the life-changing moments for me financially was playing for the first time the Rich Dad, Poor Dad cash flow game. Now, Rich Dad, Poor Dad is one of the greatest books ever written. So it's not just on real estate, but it's really about personal financial management. And there's a companion, it's an interesting story that the book was really written to teach how to play the board game. It's the other way around. It wasn't the game was created after the book. It was the board game was created to teach literacy. And the book was written later to help understand that and became a huge success. We're really excited to offer at the LA County Real Estate Investor Association a live version of playing the board game, and it's being led by Amy Yoshimitsu, who is one of the ladies of JusticeLeague.com founders as well. Amy, how you doing?
Doing great. Thank you for the invite today.
Now, I just noticed you're Hawaiian, and so is the author of Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kawasaki. Is there a coincidence there? Is there a connection there?
I wish we were related, but
Would that be
he was
nice,
from
huh?
Hawaii. Yeah, I went and saw him when he actually did a little presentation in Honolulu. My family went. We took everybody to go listen to him in person. So that was really awesome.
I'm sure that's where he started his program, just because it's easier for living on the island to do business there. So tell me about what was the motivation behind you offering people to do this cash flow game?
Well, everybody needs to start somewhere real estate investing, but they're afraid to. They don't know what to do, how to do it. When you play the board game, it's a very fun way to learn about real estate investing. When we first got it, we started playing almost every week, just so we got more familiar with real estate terms and how to buy and sell investments. So if you want to learn about real estate and make all the mistakes you can when you play the game, because in real life, obviously, you don't want to be playing around as much. You want to make sure you have it more correctly. And there's other investors there. So basically, if you have any questions, they can answer your questions too.
And so you're offering to play it live. There's online versions and such, but you offer to play it live because it gives instruction at the same place right before our LA County Real Estate Investor Association meeting, right? So that's going to be on the
September
second Thursday
14th.
of the month, September 14th. And what time will the game start?
It's going to be at 4:30 p.m. till about 5:30 or 6, just before the actual event starts.
Okay. And so that'll be September 14th, which is the second Thursday of the month at 4:30 p.m. at the Iman Center, which is in West Los Angeles. You get the details at LAREIC.com. And what's the cost to play the board game?
It's free. Come on.
Free.com at my favorite price. Do you need to register ahead of time or somehow reserve a spot, or how's that work?
No, just show up on time, because it's hard to jump in the middle of the game as people have already started, because you do get a financial statement. So it actually helps you not just this real estate investing, but in general life, because you learn about income, expenses, assets, and liabilities, and what your cash flow is currently. So then as you invest or as you become more seasoned, you actually are doing this in real life. You actually know what your monthly cash flow. And to get out of the rat race, the theme is basically your passive income exceeds your expenses. Now you don't have to be in that job Monday through Friday, 9 to 5, whatever, over and over and again. And in a never ending cycle, really, for what, 30, 40 years.
Well, I think that was the thing I took away, was that the goal of the game of life is to get out of the rat race, like at least to start. That's the beginning of the game. As long as you're in the rat race, you're forever focused on that. Once you're out of it, then options become available to you. And whether you choose to continue to build your business or not becomes a choice rather than a requirement. And that's the excitement. So thanks for offering that. So it's free. Yes. Amy Yoshimitsu is going to be organizing it. It's at the Iman Center on September 14th at 4:30 p.m. We'll have the details down below in the description. And Amy, thank you so much for our game on behalf of the community.
Sure. I was talking to someone, and this guy who's an investor had played the game before, and we were talking about you have these chances in life that also happens, unexpected expenses. And we were saying, hey, that board game is also a birth control method as well, because it shows you the more kids you have, the more expenses and the less income. So he's like, that's right. I'm like, I know, isn't it? It becomes a birth control game too.
Well, maybe, and let me give you a flip side. Maybe it gives you the pathway to having kids, which is you want to be financially responsible and teach them to be responsible. And so if you make enough money to get out of the rat race, then you can have children and raise children and focus on that rather than have to work all day long and not be able to be a good parent. So,
and it's a great way to bring your kids too, because if they can get the knowledge and training early, they're not going to be stuck in that rat race forever as well. It's a generational, I guess, education.
And that was the point. That was Robert Kiyosaki's point, was to really change generations. So
Mhm.
thank you for continuing that Hawaiian tradition, apparently. Rich Dad, Poor Dad, bring it to the mainland on second Thursday of the month, September 14th, 4:30 p.m. Iman Center. Thank you so much, Amy. I appreciate it.
All right. Take it easy. Thank you again. Bye-bye.